going through a recently released FBI report.
It was a secret shielded by cardboard and silence when the FBI raided the Biological Resource Center in East Phoenix 5 years ago. Now the secret is out, and it's worse than many realized. Court testimony of a former FBI assistant shows when he visited the 2014 crime scene inside the facility, the agent observed body parts piled on top of each other throughout the facility with no apparent identification to indicate what bodies they came from. There were many large male torsos with limbs and genitalia removed, a cooler filled with male genitalia inside, and a large torso with a head removed and replaced with a smaller head, sewn together in a Frankenstein manner. Now, 33 plaintiffs are suing the former company's owner in a case that goes to trial in the fall. The company collected bodies of people who died under the guise they would be used for disease research, but instead, body parts were sold for profit around the world. A house of horrors that for years was disguised as a place of ethics and sound science.
Biological Resource Center and a place with one promise.
Connects those who wish to donate their body to science with medical research and education facilities.
Biological Resource.
A cooler filled with male genitalia, buckets of heads, arms, and legs, and a woman's head sewn onto a man's torso are some of the sights that greeted federal agents when they raided a Phoenix-based body donation business in January 2014. The Biological Resource Center has since been shut down. But a civil trial against the company and its owner, Stephen Gore, is underway this week, with opening statements scheduled for Monday. In 2015, after the Federal Bureau of Investigation brought to light what was happening at the facility, family members who had donated their loved ones' bodies in the hopes of furthering medical research or assisting others sued Gore and his company in Maricopa County Superior Court. The 33 plaintiffs allege that the center lied to them about what their loved ones' bodies would be used for. According to the lawsuit, the bodies were literally used as cash test dummies, which meant they were used in experiments involving exposures to destructive forces, e.g. impacts, crashes, ballistic injuries and blasts. The company operated for a decade and took in thousands of bodies during that time. FBI agents found 10 tons of frozen human remains during the raid, including 281 heads, 337 legs, and 97 spines. One of the plaintiffs in the case, Jim Stoffers, donated the body of his mother, Doris, who had Alzheimer's, to the center after she passed. In 2013, he hoped that it could help find a cure for the debilitating, incurable disease. But 3 years later, reporters for Reuters investigating the trade of human cadavers and body parts called Stoffers with disturbing news. The Biological Resource Center had secretly sold Stoffers' mother's body to the U.S. military for thousands of dollars, which in turn used her body for blast testing experiment. She was then supposedly strapped in a chair on some sort of apparatus, and a detonation took place underneath her, to basically kind of get an idea of what the human body goes through when a vehicle is hit by an IED. Stoffer said he had checked a box on a form explicitly stating that he would not allow his mother's body to be used for non-medical purposes. 10 days after donating his mother's body, the center sent him his mother's cremated remains, yet, records reviewed by Reuters showed that someone from the center had detached one of his mother's hands and used that for cremation. Then the Biological Resource Center sold the rest of her body to the military. Gore later pleaded to operating an illegal enterprise in 2015 and was sentenced to 1 year of deferred prison time and 4 years probation, the FBI stated in an article. People relatives' body parts are being sold across the country. They can't stop thinking how their loved one's head is now in Florida. They were cut up like a piece of meat. This people are barbaric. I'm Mr. Blaze, and this is the Horror Chronicle. For more, like and subscribe.